Like currently, I'm working on a commission for another artist who's paying me to do a chorus on his song that he's about to release. And then I'm also working with a fellow band, Zosimo.
Yeah.
Remember we were talking about, he was just shooting his Tiny Desk video. Yeah, so I'm very excited about that. So we just did that this past weekend. So on top of writing my play and working on my own music, I'm also like working for other artists. And it's just like, you just have to write it on your calendar and figure it out.
Boyfriend.
I do have a boyfriend. We just celebrated our 2-year anniversary last month.
Happy anniversary. Oh my God. Does he even know where you are?
Yes. He does know where I am. Yeah.
What does he do? Without putting him on the spot, what does he do?
Nick, he's a...
Oh, hi, Nick.
Hi, babe. So he is a visual artist. Mostly on environmental work. He's actually creating a video game right now. The demo is out on Steam.
Okay.
It's called Crystal Rail. It's about trains.
What's a conversation like with Nick when you guys talk? Do you do all the talking? Does he do all the talking?
It's very back and forth like tennis, which I love.
Oh, nice. Does he have more things to do than you, or do you have more things to do than him?
Well, he definitely has a life on his own, which is great. But I would say that I definitely do way more than he does. I think I do way more than most people in my life.
You know, this is nice, right? This is nice because you guys have your lives as individuals.
Yeah.
Yet going on 2 years, that means there's that give and take going on.
Absolutely. The way that I see, like all healthy relationships, in my opinion, look like a Venn diagram. You have the things that you share, and then you have the things that remain distinct to you.
I mean, if he fails to say good night to you, you don't threaten him to break up with him. Stuff like that.
No, that's so minuscule. That doesn't mean anything.
Exactly. My point. Exactly. So, you guys are like, when you do shows, do you?
He goes to my shows.
He does.
Yeah, he's very supportive.
When you go to Tahoe, he goes.
There was one time where he went with me because we hired him as a worker, an independent contractor for that. So that was once, yeah. But that was just not an experience for him. So now he just, sometimes we'll go up to the Bay Area together because on the way to my trip, I can either drive 9 hours to Tahoe or I can take a break in the Bay Area, which is like about 5-6 hours. And then it's only 3-4 hours to Tahoe from there. So usually we'll go see his family because he grew up there. And then I'll continue my trip over.
So now, with this whole plate of stuff to do, what's the future? What's your 5-year plan?
Can we even quantify what I can do in 5 years?
I mean, something has to give, right? Something has to give.
Absolutely.
So would you go because look, when you said music, we know it's there. Right now, I can feel the excitement as playwright.
Yeah,
that's what I'm.
Just because I've never done it before, and that's something that I feel like I can do this.
So are we going back to that scratching an itch kind of thing still?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're still there.
I'm also still there. Something that I meant to talk about earlier was with one of the producers and directors I've met over the past year. I was talking to him about filming the lessons that I've learned as an independent artist over my time starting in like 2018, 19. And I just want to be able to document that and put that in the world. My experience. So hopefully that can resonate with other people too. Just because I've learned a lot, like talking to venues, the interpersonal relationships, like starting a band and like trying to figure out where all the royalties go, trying to navigate that, about like having like a healthy, just a healthy mindset when it comes to a lot of things, just because I feel like a lot of people have limiting beliefs about themselves. They said, oh, technically I could be able to do this, but I can't because of these reasons. And it's like, why not?
Diba, you're coming across to me as someone who wants to look back at their lives and say, I have no regrets.
Absolutely. Yes.
Let me do it while I can.
Yeah.
There will be a time I can't.
Yeah.
And I have no regrets.
Absolutely. I mean, I've seen people die
Yeah.
in front of me. So, especially recently, I had a friend pass away from cancer. Yeah. And I was visiting her every day until she passed. And, I thought to myself, oh my gosh, she was so young. If I were that age, would I be happy with the course of my life? And I really, really hope that the answer is yes. And even now, if something terrible happened, I mean, knock on wood, but like, let's say if tonight were my last night, I would still think that I lived a good life.
Yeah.
Like
I'm trying to catch up with your schedule in my head.
Yeah.
But it's nice, no?
Yeah.
I mean, people think we get tired of all of this, no? But it's what drives us.
Absolutely.
So if that's what drives us, I want to know, what if there's an idle time? What do you do? Do you try to let me fill this?
You know
with
what's
space?
funny? I felt like the past couple weeks were my idle time.
Really?
Yeah, because I met Michael, who's right here, at my show with Zosimo at No Signal Rock and Roll at Redwood. And I had a high from that show because it was my first show of the year, and my cousins who I haven't seen in a long time,
They were there.
and they were supporting me, and it was just really lovely. And then a couple of days later, I heard about my friend with the cancer, and then that passed away, and then the LA fires that were happening, and all the things that I had planned out, like, oh, I'm gonna like work on music, or I'm gonna write this play. All of those things just kind of faded, and then my evenings became empty.
How did that feel?
It was so weird. Again, because it felt like I was starting to itch myself. I need to scratch that itch. But then I realized like that's kind of what I needed to just reflect, because like recently I just turned 30.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Not recently. I mean, that was almost 2 months ago, but I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm in this new decade of my life. This is a new year. There's so many things that have happened. And now I'm facing mortality, and I'm facing a lot of people who had a lot of loss.
Yeah.
Because I know people who lost everything through fires too. And it made me realize, like, what do I want to do with my life? Like, how do I want to keep going from here? Or like, wait, let me just... Teka muna ha. Like, let me just appreciate everything that's happened.
Teka muna. Talaga tinanong mo pa. Talaga you ask yourself, what do I want to do with my life after doing all these things with your life? You still have
I still ask that. Isn't it crazy?
Nice.
Yeah. It's not over for me.
Oh my God.
I feel like I'm a balloon about to burst. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm an acquired taste for some people, because there's so many things that I want to do.
I can honestly say I like you. Like, I like talking to you. You know?
I'm glad that we can have this conversation, because I'm not going to lie, that first night, I kind of didn't know what to think of you at the time.
Which is good.
I felt, like, for me personally, I'm only speaking for myself, I was very challenged by you.
Good.
Because I felt like you were putting me on the spot for things that I didn't prepare an answer for.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Kahit naman now, but look at you. You're more relaxed. I mean,
well,
even now.
I had like a feeling like, okay, I kind of know what to expect.
Whatever.
Yeah, and like, let me just, ready or not, it's going to happen.
Diba? So we're still talking about, it's still spontaneous, but then again, like what you said, you come from neutral, and then everything just grows and grows and grows. We didn't come from, hey, it's like, let's feel each other out. 5-year plan. So what's your plan?
Yeah. Oh, God. I eventually want to move out and live alone, because I feel like I'm the type of person, I have so many different relationships with different people based on like people I'm in a band with, people I met while I was in school, people I met where I was in certain jobs, different family members, or people that I randomly met who like I still have along with. Like, I had this one friend who, Mark, he'll just constantly text me life updates of like the different places he's going to, just to like keep me updated. And
do you reply?
With him. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And I tell him some of the things that I go through too. And it's hard to keep up with sometimes.
Playwright. That's you're gonna pursue that big time.
Yeah. Until I have a finished script.
Are you gonna put your songs in it? Is it gonna be more of like a musical, or more of like puro talk? What's it going to be?
I don't know. I'm still figuring it out, especially because I plan on co-writing it with another person. Just
are,
are
you gonna be in it?
Yeah, I do plan on being it, and I think I'm really proud of allowing someone else to be the co-pilot with me, because I'm so used to, like you said, like
with your music.
With my music, usually I'm the person who's like in charge of everything, and you said. I really wish this was part of the podcast last time, but you said that my enemy is burnout.
Yeah.
And it is.
It is.
You know? So the fact that I can trust someone to be like, hey.
The fact that you are going to try to trust someone.
Yeah. Because so many people have disappointed me and let me down in so many ways, you know, where I put my faith in them and they just crushed it. You know? So eventually, you know, you have to heal that pain.
True.
And just have opportunities where you open up and just allow yourself to trust people again, which is really hard to do.